Hello and welcome back, my friends, to the next episode of the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. I'm your Sonky GamJay, and I think my English, it's not so good, but I learn it every day and it would be better and better. Okay, we in our prison, that's evil. You know?
I used to look into the woods for days on end, imagining what the world beyond would be like. Now I know, and I think I miss it.
Okay, let's look.
I've seen much suffering, much evil and unkindness in the world out there. But it was exciting. It was alive. Here in the Elf Burrow, everything is so ordered, so perfect, so dull. One day's just like the next, and they just pass by endlessly.
Evil, not speak, look.
One can almost see the edge of the wood through the telescope, but I just can't leave the Elf Burrow. Mother would never forgive me, and there are so many dangers lurking out there.
Okay, who knows? We can go in the garden?
It may not be befitting of a princess, but this isn't the first time that I've climbed into the garden via the balcony, and it won't be the last.
Okay. Oh.
I'm just doing my morning exercises. I wasn't going to.
Okay, fucking cheap. We go...
Of course, I could just ignore him and climb down into the garden anyway. He would, however, make a beeline to Mother and tell on me, and who knows what the two of them would cook up for me next.
Okay, we go back inside. And...
Cheap likes to look at his reflection. He strikes a pose and then tries to impress himself with it, and succeeds most of the time.
Okay, I have an idea. We go to the flower. Look.
We have many exotic plants here in the palace, but sunflowers are my favourite.
Okay, sunflower.
Apologies, I need a few of your seeds.
Okay, we have the seeds, and with the seeds we can... Okay, we can give the seeds give to Cheap, I think. Go in the inventory.
Hey Cheap, you hungry? Fancy some delicious sunflower seeds? You want the seeds? I want to get out of this room. Could we not come to some arrangement? I know that royal servants are unbribable, but sunflower seeds? Then perhaps not.
Oh, okay. What's that?
An envoy from the Far East gave me this musical box years ago. Wherever I go, I always have its tune in my head.
Music box. We open the music box. Okay.
A guard with a spear and shield, and like all elven figures, immaculate. Elven craftsmen have centuries to perfect their artistic skills. Only when everything is always perfect, then isn't everything always the same and somehow unimportant?
Okay, we take the mirror. Maybe we can?
Hey, Cheap, I need the mirror. I only need it for a minute. Oh, he's not budging, and his pecs can be damn painful when he puts his mind to it.
Okay. But we need the mirror. Okay, what can we do? We can... The seeds. Put in here.
Cheap, would it be possible for you to stop admiring yourself for 2 seconds and move over to stuffing your beak instead?
Hahaha. Nice plan.
Don't say I never look after you.
Okay, now we should take the mirror. Okay. Oops. Keep looking for the mirror. And we take the mirror on this place. And now come to the music box. Come to the music
Withdrawal
box.
symptoms.
We open the music box.
I just need the music box a minute. You don't need to turn your head away from your beautiful reflection for 1 second. Come on.
And we shut down the box. Yoo-hoo!
Shh.
His own prison. Oh, he's asleep.
He's gone to sleep.
He's
It
gone
got
to
dark
sleep.
and he's simply... No matter. I can now enjoy a few moments of peace.
Okay. Now we can go in the garden. What can we do here? Oh, a lot. What's that?
I've been sleeping badly of late, and sometimes I feel tired all day long. I've never been ill, but something isn't right. I hope I'll find the answer in the library.
In the library. You must go in the library. Okay. Again?
When Nate and the others lived here, Nate often made intimations that were to do with the bed. I don't know why, but I know Mother wasn't happy about it. She moved him to a guarded guest room at the other end of the castle. And Cheep Cheep was ordered never to leave my side.
Okay. Now we can go to the box. Is that the right name?
Pearls, precious stones, sparkling earrings and necklaces. All the stuff I have to wear at official functions. If it were up to Mother, I would have trunkfuls of this stuff, and a wing of the castle would be my wardrobe. She just can't understand why Pa and I aren't into this sort of thing.
Okay, we close the box. What's that? No, here, behind you.
I had my birthday during the few weeks that we spent living together here in the Elf Burrow. That was a big deal for Wilbur. He couldn't understand that the significance of birthdays tends to fade after a few 100 years. He insisted on making me a present. He sat in the corner for days knitting me this hat with his little gnarled fingers.
Okay. We need a picture with the creator. Evo, look at the picture.
The times when the others were here in the Elf Burrow, those were the best that I've ever had. The critter could never keep still when I was drawing him. He was always pulling faces and trying to make me laugh.
Wilbur.
Wilbur was so excited. He loves elves and our stories. He spent hours sitting with my father and listening to him talk about bygone ages. Complete idiot.
Okay. What was the present?
Mother looked at the hat with so much revulsion that I didn't take it off for days. Wilbur just beamed with pride.
Okay. What's that?
Cheep Cheep has eaten every last seed from the bowl.
We can take the ball? No. Okay, we go outside. And we can go now in the garden. Let's do it.
Let's go. As expected, no one here. My parents are in the throne room ruling the lands. Or rather, Mother is.
the bonsai.
A fairly small, unattractive tree.
Huh. I'd like to see how attractive you'd look if someone disturbed you on the pot in the morning.
You mean...
Anyway, what can I do for you, my little beauty?
The garden always looks fantastic, Arbor.
Thank you. It's a girt load of work. People always think elf gardens are fabulous by their very nature. But you need a mighty good gardener.
You have got green fingers.
Ah, that's just moss, my dear. Happens if you spend all day grubbing around in the earth and don't wash your hands properly in the evenings.
Okay, tell me about the ants.
You tree shepherds do a great job.
Tree shepherds? The trees just stand there. What do they need a shepherd? However, I quite fancy one of those shepherd dogs. Hey, Rex, do you want to be my shepherd dog? Nah, my darling. I'm a gardener. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
Mother put me on a diet this morning so that I'll look perfect for my wedding.
Oh, everything has to be perfect for her. No such thing in nature, of course. Or rather, everything is perfect if you just let nature run its course.
You tell that to Mother.
I have, many times. She be very clever in some things, but very daft concerning that.
Now then, she is the queen.
I'm old enough to be able to call a spade a spade. Spade, gardener, get it?
What are you up to today then? Got much on?
Oh, the usual. You know, it never rains in the Elfborough, but the flowers need their water, so I water them every day.
Ah, the curse of good weather.
The weather isn't the only thing which isn't right. I've been here 30 years, and for 30 years we've had autumn.
Time passes differently in the Elfborough. Slower.
Well, that's why everyone grows to be ancient here, obviously. But if we had a bit of normal weather in the usual seasons, there'd be a lot more variety here.
You and Father, you get along well, don't you?
Ah, no one understands more about nature than him, that's for sure. But I don't often ask him for help. Thinking has never got a field dug, if you get my drift.
He's just more of a theorist.
Ah, the mud on your feet, the smell of fresh earth, all that joy and life. And he's missing out on the lot by just sitting around up there and doing nubbit.
I have to get on.
Yep, got a bit to do myself. I just don't know what's wrong with that plant over there. Your mother got a whole heap of flowers given to her the other day from a fairy delegation. All of them took good and strong, just not that one.
Perhaps it needs a special type of soil or something.
Well, anything's possible. If I don't think of something soon, I'll have to ask your father. He can have a little chat with her and she might tell him what's up.
If you're going in, it'd be nice if you didn't tell my mother that you saw me out here.
Oh, you playing hooky again? My lips are sealed.
Okay.
It doesn't look very well at all. It's unusual for flowers to hang their heads in this garden. Normally they blossom in our good earth, not to mention the power of Arbor's green fingers. If Arbor doesn't know what's wrong with the plant, then it's serious.
I don't know. It's serious? Maybe.
As long as this plant isn't doing well, Arbor won't rest. Not knowing what's wrong with it will eat away at him.
Let's speak with him again. With Arbor. Or Arbor.
Hi, Arbor.
Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
Have you found out what's wrong with the plant yet?
Nope, I haven't. Everything looks proper. Earth is moist and nutrient-rich. The sun is shining. Difficult case. I'd quite like to smoke my morning pipe now, but... first work, then play.
See you later, Arbor.
See ya!
I have an idea. We have in our room a flower. Maybe is this the friend of this flower? Let's have a look. We go back in our prison. go inside. Yeah, I mean these
A
flowers.
beautiful red flower.
Yeah.
It was only put here a few days ago. Sometimes Mother orders a new plant that looks nice in my room. And then it's replaced and planted in the garden. A delicate, sweet scent. It reminds me of a wood over in the west where I learnt to use a bow and arrow. A delicate, sweet scent.
Okay.
A delicate, sweet scent. It reminds me of a wood over in the west where I learnt to use a bow and arrow.
Yeah, we can take the flower? Why? Okay. Okay. It was an idea. We go back in the garden. And go to Aber.
Mother thought it was unseemly of the bees to build their hive in our garden. I don't think she could get used to the thought that she would no longer be the only queen here.
Oh, maybe we can talk with Aber
I could ask him
about
right
the
now.
flower in our room. We
I
taste
could
it.
ask him right now.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
I don't know the names of all the plants in the garden. Grandmother knows them all, which is probably down to the fact that it was her that gave many of the plants their names a few thousand years ago. Shite beerwood, sweat tea, dodder flower, fat hen, bistort, stink root. We no longer invite her to family gatherings.
Okay. We look in
This
the...
is Mother's mirror. It's said that you can see into the furthest corners of the land and know what's happening in every part of the world. At the moment, it's no more than a shallow bowl. The water's missing.
What's that?
There's only a little water left in the bird bath. Cheep Cheep always says that it evaporates quickly. I, however, think that the constant need to replenish the water is more down to his unbridled joyous splashing and not insignificant body mass.
Okay.
That's a weeping willow. It appears to be so content it looks anything but sad. The spring brook emerges up there. It's still small here, but it becomes one of the largest and most important rivers in the woodland realm.
We can go inside?
That leads up to the throne room.
Oh no.
Mother will be conducting the affairs of state with an iron will, whilst Pa leans against the tree of life, probably sleeping.
Oh, the library.
There's a selection of cubes here. For a while, it was all the rage at official state visits to give geometric presents.
Okay, geometric presence. We look at the book.
Biggest plant book of Avantasia by Charles Mendel with illustrations by Alexander Bonpland. A standard reference book that Arber always used to consult every now and then. However, he insists that he now knows it off by heart. Perhaps I can help Arber solve the problem with that flower. Let's take a look.
Okay. This is the flower. What's that? Bean.
Giant beans, also known as magic beans, are very rare. They are the fastest growing plant variety known. Because of the beans' high costs, they are almost exclusively used by the military, for instance, in storming high-walled castles.
Tomato?
Killer tomatoes are the most devious of the meat-eating plants. Disguised as tomatoes, they hunt on allotments for defenseless humans.
Okay, my friends, what we can find out about this flower, our flower in the garden, we see in the next episode by the adventure The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. Thanks for watching. When I entertain you, please subscribe my channel, give me a commentary. What can I do with you in the adventure when you have some tips? I hope that's the right word. Okay, see you at the next episode. I'm your Sonky GamJay. Have a nice day. Bye, my friends.